Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee. I think it's okay this time. Everything worked like it was supposed to. So, back to full moon today, this evening. If you can get quiet, if you can get out, you don't have to see the full moon to have it, the full impact of its energy. It's just fun to be able to see it. Good morning, Linda. Now you're all upright. Good morning, Melanie. So this full moon is going to be one where we can really harvest a lot of the energy and take advantage of that to move ourselves forward in whatever direction we thought we want to go. Again, let's ask. You all have a little perspective about that. Sorry, I'm moving things. As to how you want to live your life. And it comes from the passion that you have, the desire, the attraction you have for certain things. Now, I'm pretty sure most people who watch this are on a path in some kind of spiritual journey. And you have gifts that are untapped. And this full moon is the one. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Susan. This full moon can really add to that energy of opening up to your gifts and opening up to your path and allowing yourself to be more present in your own life, living from your own perspective, living from your own power in a greater way. And what better place to live than from your own power? Everybody else's opinion isn't your business. It's what comes from you that is where you truly want to live. Now, as you go through these next couple days, good morning, great morning, Susan, there's some things the universe really wants you to know, because as you tune in, number one, there can really be some physical stuff. And for many of you, you've probably noticed some physical, kind of weird physical stuff. You might have had pain, but pain that's different than you have normally, just weird sensations, head pain, heart pain. These are areas opening up. This is your body becoming more in balance with you vibrating and living from a higher vibration. This full moon is going to enhance that energy. It can help you really elevate your vibration so you can live more from your spirit and your power. Notice I've got the sun. If we've got a full moon, we might as well have the sun, right? But what you really want to pay attention to is notice subtle changes. This card went on to say, well, you can see I love tie-dye. I don't have much anymore. There was a time when I had lots of tie-dye because we had a friend who did some amazing tie-dye. But wear a color today you don't normally wear because color brings on different energy. I received a series of almost 900 messages 5.5 years ago, and they all had to do with color, and they were life-changing. They're still life-changing when people use them, but color is energy. So notice something. You're wearing green today. I'm wearing multiple colors. Some I do wear, some I don't, but just notice the subtle changes. Look for the little things. Ask to be given the awareness. If you don't feel like you're a particularly aware person, ask to be given the awareness of these subtle things that come up for you. Because I'm going to read this one. The next card that came up from the Good Tarot was King of Earth. Okay, well, glad to know that, Eddie. You'll be wearing green when you get dressed. The King of Earth. I have trust and faith in the invisible and know it will manifest in the realm of form the way I need it to. Philanthropy, ability to attract abundant wealth, be magnanimous, conscious manifesting, and a reliable leader. So you noticing the subtle changes of things around you are going to enhance how you interact with the world, with the unseen world, and with the magic in the world. And the magic is where it's at. It's what we trust the least, and yet it is the most real of who we all are. It is our agreement to come in unknowing of the power we have and where we really came from that gives us this human experience. So start trusting what you're getting, because the next two cards are very synchronistic. I noticed that little synchronicity. 7 of Earth. And this is, you're at a crossroads. This is a time to Make a conscious decision. You are ready for a change, and this full moon could not be more in line with that, and get behind that energy for you, for all of us. New beginnings, that's what 2019 is about. This full moon, like I said yesterday, is in its position, is all about new beginnings and making a change in life. So allow it. It can mean friendships or relationships must fall away. It can mean you gain new ones, new groups, new friends. I'm meeting with a gal this morning. We've met on very few occasions, but she is an incredible woman. And I am so excited to go spend a couple hours or whatever we have together visiting with her and getting to know her better, because what I've noticed in her journey is she is really beginning to open up and live from her spirit even more than she did before. And so we are of like minds, and it will be just so, I want to say fun, which is true, but so all-encompassing, fulfilling to visit with her further and get to know her from a different perspective, because we haven't spent so much time. So the next card that came up is Seven of Raphael. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So decision making. Notice what comes to you, even the little things that may be in line with kind of a dream you've had. So here's one that happened to me, which some of you know. I ended up through no real fault of my own, except that I was following divine guidance, when I let my office go in favor of working from another office closer to home. When I went to get the keys for that office, that deal had fallen through. There was no office available. And it wasn't malicious. It was just how things happened. So all of a sudden, I ended up with no office. And after a day and a half of panic, I just went, all right, God, this was so you. I am not panicking here, because I know this is for a reason. Now, I've had this little dream in my head about having this cottage out on my property with my office there. It doesn't really seem at this point that that can happen easily because of the facilities that need to go into having an office. But that is truly what I've thought of, either in one spot, a building we already have, or putting a new building on it. Oh, well, thank you, Eddie. Eddie said, it's nice to hear me laugh. I do laugh a lot. I love to laugh. I like humor. You know, in the deepest, darkest parts of my sister's journey, she and I would make some just irreverent joke, like we were very good at being irreverent and being ridiculous. And so laughter is a huge part of my life. But it's been difficult to call up some of that in the last few months. Wow, I do not like when these emotions come up so unexpectedly, just because I'm not prepared for them. And then I have to clear stuff. But let's get back to the message today. So today is very powerful. If you are feeling compelled to make a change, this energy will support you in that. Really connect today. Get quiet. No, Eddie, don't be sorry. You didn't really bring it up at all. So it just is what happens in this process of grief, and I'm just allowing it to happen when it happens. So it is a time to really move forward in your life, especially those hidden passions, those dreams, those things that you've been thinking that I just would like to, but I don't know. Things will start to work in your favor. Give it up. And here is your little mantra. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. Guide me. Guide me, guide me, guide me. That's the key. The how isn't our business. I know that there are many things that I'm choosing to release, because that's the other thing every full moon is really good for, is releasing things that no longer serve you. So start looking at what you want to fall away, belief systems you have, limiting belief system, patterns, habits that you want to be getting rid of. Give them up on this full moon. Does that mean that they're going to disappear immediately? Not likely. For some, it may, because maybe you've been there longer. But know that you will have the energy behind you to let them go and to allow them to be part of your past, so that you can move forward in greater health, in greater power, in greater joy, whatever it is. And you can be very general about this releasing if you don't know exactly what it is you need to release to get the results you want. Focus on the results and say, I release everything standing in my way. Give me the insights I need. Show me the inklings. Show me the way to my highest and best path. That is my wish for all of you that watch this. And truly, any of you watching this, you are a light worker of some kind. You are a beacon. You are something someone that people look to, something that can elevate the world wherever you go by your presence. So allow yourself to own that and start asking, what's my next best step along this path? I can't show you, well, I can show you this card. Oh, it looks better there than it does here. Live in this moment and experience it fully. This is this Healing Room Oracle cards that I received. Today is the day. It is all that we have. So it's a great reminder. Don't worry about the future. You can't fix it from here. All you can do is live it from here by living today. Give up the crap in the past. We've all made mistakes. We've all done things we regret. One of the biggest things I'm giving up, because last night when I was out under the full moon staring at it, is for me, one of the biggest things I'm letting go is shame, is the personal shame I've had my whole life about pretty much everything that is me. And that doesn't produce anything good. That doesn't produce power. It doesn't allow me to live more fully from my power state. So that's what I'm choosing. That's one of the things I have lost. Just things that kind of plague me all the time. And so I'm giving up the shame. And with shame comes judgment. It's me comparing me to everybody else, and I always fall short. That came in with me in that unwanted pregnancy energy. Obviously, if you're not wanted, there's something wrong with you from the moment you're conceived. So find out, ask. You probably know one of the big things you need to give up. And if you need to give up more just today, give them up. If you can get quiet and just don't worry about meditating. Just allow yourself to get quiet as you can, and maybe repeat this mantra over and over. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. Because that's where the power is. We want to be guided. We don't want to steer the ship. We just want to row the boat so that we can do our part. But the how and where exactly it's going isn't our business. That's the hardest one for me. Where am I going with all of this? Losing the office, really put me off kilter. And it was just like, well, now what am I supposed to do? And people are coming to my home. Well, Talina, we will need to talk. I keep saying I'm getting close. Honestly, I don't know why I'm not doing these interviews yet. I want to interview those of you who are an unwanted pregnancy for my book. Your name doesn't have to be used. It can be used. It's up to you. But it really is just about the universality of the energy that we bring in. It's a little bit different than the energy of others who were wanted, and there was joy surrounding them and anticipation of wonderfulness as they grew in the womb. Excuse me. So I will be contacting you all. Anyone who would like to, please private message me. That will light a fire under me. The other thing I'm giving up is my doubt of self. That comes with shame too, but it's a very different thing. I invite you all to give up your doubt of self, because I can just about guarantee you 99.9% of you out there doubt yourself in some way. And it's probably the way that's going to give you the biggest growth and open doors the widest for you to move forward in your highest and best good. So I'm going to draw one more card today. We haven't heard from Michael, and Michael is, I don't have a favorite archangel, but I've worked with him a very long time, and he's been protecting me my whole life. So Michael says today, oh, glad I pulled this card, a favorable outcome. Focus on what you want. I think one of the biggest things when you're doing the guide me thing, and that's how you're living, it becomes a little difficult to focus on one thing in the future, a concrete goal, because you're allowing Creator to, steer the boat. And so that has been my biggest thing. And so I'm focusing on a feeling of how I want to be in the future, which is more at peace, coming from a more abundant frame of reference, and positively influencing lots of people in my daily walk. So whatever that looks like, that's what I'm focusing on, what it feels like to be in that kind of space. And I invite you to do that too, because there's a very favorable outcome going to happen. If you have a plan that you know you wanted to do, focus on that, because it's a very favorable outcome over these next few days. This moon is so powerful. Harvest that energy, use it for your highest and best good, and get that extra little bit of help that it brings you. So I think we are complete today. If any of you know someone who really could benefit from this video, please share it, like it, go to my YouTube channel, Wisdom Guided Oracle, and subscribe and like those there, and allow yourself to move along in your personal growth. Eddie just wants to clean the damn house. Well, yeah, I don't want to clean the damn house, so I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to go out and work today. So at any rate, it can be very concrete things. It can be the things that have been standing in our way, because honestly, Eddie, clutter can very much get in our way of moving forward. If you guys saw the other side of my office, tax season, I've got piles of bills and stuff that I need to go through, because those kind of things are not my forte. So I leave them to the last. So fabulous day to you too, and Lugene, and hope to see you soon. Love and light to you all. Walk today in your power and allow Creator to play. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Have a wonderful day.